Hey you! You're watching a clip from the DynamiteGizmo Podcast. This is not the full episode, but if you want to see the full episode, make sure to click the link in the description. And remember, like, comment, subscribe. Do it now! Here's the clip. Yeah, I know, okay? I know what you're thinking. Dan, look, Dan is fucking awesome, okay? Of course he's one of my favorites, of course. But guess what? The man is 35 years old. He's heading towards the tail end of his career, and at this point, there's just no way I see him getting a title shot. And even if he does, he's not winning the belt. We've seen this story many times, and this is exactly what I said when he was going into the Armin fight. There are fighters who reach a certain point in their careers where they become something else entirely. Not champions, but still incredibly valuable. The fun-to-watch fighter, or what some people like to call the gatekeeper. Dan will always be exciting. Guys rising through the ranks will still have to go through him to get to the top, but realistically, Dan's chances at getting the UFC title are gone. He can't compete with the elite level grappling anymore. Sure, he can box like a motherfucker, but the lightweights right now, if they need to, they can submit him in an absolute instant. Very similar to the trajectory that Donald Cerrone had faced at the tail end of his career. Dan will continue to get fun, exciting matchups. Fans will always root for him, and every time he fights, we will expect a war. But the days of hoping for a title run, those are long gone. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? We still need fighters like this, guys who show up no matter what, guys who stop others from achieving their dreams. As Dan so perfectly put, how Dan so perfectly put it after losing to Armin back in November. Jesus Christ, could I have said that any worse? He wants to crush people's dreams, my guy. He wants to crush people's dreams. Listen to this audio, okay? He's a dream crusher. I'm coming up.
Dan, your future goals.
Well, you've got to face the cold hard truth, so you're probably never going to get hands on a title, but I'm going to hang around as long as I possibly can and ruin as many people's hopes and dreams as I can, because if I can't have nice things, no one can.
Yeah, Cheers. If I can't have
Cheers
nice things, nobody can, Dan. Dan's the man. Dan's the man, dude. And this weekend, he faces Benoît Saint-Denis. And honestly, fucking great matchup, dude. Bang-a-rang. It's coming pretty quickly after Dan's loss to Armin back in November as well. But I like it. And I like BSD. I like Benoît Saint-Denis. I definitely don't want to see his momentum completely stalled by Dan, especially after coming off his own losing stretch in 2024. But that's the game, my friend. That's how it plays out sometimes. And at the end of the day, this is a matchup between two of my favorite fighters, and just seeing who can prevail. Now, even though Benoît has knockouts on his record, Dan actually brought up a good freaking point. He's not really known for knockouts, which again doesn't exactly bode well for Dan. But Dan did have this to say when asked about Benoît Saint-Denis earlier this week when he was doing some training at, I don't know, some sort of facility. Maybe it's his own, maybe it's someone else's. Someone else's.
Do you have anything to say to Benoît, knowing that he's also looking for knockouts?
Who the f*** has he ever knocked out? Dariush. So he gets one knockout, now he's a knockout artist. I'm a swing big. I'm going to look for the finish. I don't care if I get hurt. You will have your pound of flesh, fans.
Do you have anything to
I love the way fucking Dan Hooker talks. You will have your pound of flesh, friends. I'm a swing pig. You will have your pound of flesh, friends. And just like... My goodness. And just like I said earlier, Dan is going to go out there and put on a glorious performance. You know he's going to. But that is unless Benoît Saint-Denis takes him to the ground, which very well could happen. Why would BSD stand with Dan? That would be crazy talk. But we did see it with Paddy, and we did see it with Beneil Dariush. And look how that turned out. BSD knocked out Beneil Dariush in 16 seconds in the first round at the end of 2025. But is that going to happen against Dan Hooker? I really don't think so. How do you even figure out someone's game plan before the fight happens? You don't. At least I don't. Because how many of you thought Paddy was going to try to take down Gaethje? I know I did. And I think he maybe got 1 or 2 takedowns, maybe 3. But they were stuffed almost immediately. So logically, you'd think the smart move for BSD would be to take Hangman down. I mean, that's exactly what Armin did. And you know what? To be completely frank and beans with buttered bread, I actually don't want Dan to win. As much as I hate to say it, but yeah, I said it. Let Benoît Saint-Denis win. Let him get past the Gatekeeper. Let him keep pushing forward towards the title. Because let's be real. Ilya or Armin is getting that belt at some point. And neither Dan nor BSD is getting through either of them. So fuck it. Who cares? Let this fight be an absolute battle. Something BSD can look back on. Something pulled straight from his time in the French Special Forces. We love Dan. You know we love Dan. But he's getting closer and closer to hanging up the gloves. Okay? And you know he wants to. You know he's getting to that point. He even talks about retirement himself and what he's going to do, which I have a clip here.
Biggest goal besides winning a title? Probably, yeah, like, once I finish this stupid career, I'd actually like to make some money. It would be cool, like, like, get into business and investment when I actually have time and I'm not distracted by this fucking god-awful sport.
You've not made any money yet?
Huh?
You've made a couple bucks, haven't you?
Yeah, but you're not going to make as much money as... Had I invested all of that time into creating a business or focusing on investments, I would be far richer and less fucking brain damaged than... Biggest goal besides...
Whoa. Okay? Listen to how he's talking. Listen to how the motherfucker talks. Whoa, was that it? That's all we got. Dude, I got no questions or nothing. Holy fuck, I thought I had more. That's all I got. So I guess I'll just ask you this then. For this matchup, I know you like both Benoît Saint-Denis and Dan Hooker. Okay, how could you not like both these guys? Maybe some of you don't. I don't know, people are strange. But who do you... I don't care about who you think is going to win. Who do you want to win? Who do you genuinely want to win? Just really think about it. Do you want Dan to win? I know we love Dan, but do you want Dan to win? Or do you not give a fuck about Benoît Saint-Denis and you're like, fuck him? Maybe you still think Dan can get a shot at that title. I don't know. I need to know what you think. I don't care if you disagree with me. If you do, let me know in the comments what you think's going to happen.